Takstar has just made one of the most affordable handheld condenser microphones that I have seen. This is a cardioid microphone that looks like a regular dynamic microphone but has a condenser capsule within. Not only that, it also requires 48 volts of phantom power for this to work. You basically get the best of both worlds, having the sensitivity of a condenser microphone while having the portability and ease of mounting from a dynamic microphone. This is the Takstar PCM-5600 Gen 2, and we'll be testing this out in latter segments, so watch till the end of the video for my recommendations. My editors will be boosting the audio in post, so just check the lower left corner of this video to see how much boost we'll be putting in. Hi there, my name is Daniel with the Biboyharanero team. We have been reviewing keyboards, mice, and audio gear since 2019, so consider subscribing and be updated with our weekly uploads. Now, back to the PCM-5600, the capsule is 26mm in size with a gold-plated diaphragm. The capsule is also dampened with silicone, so hands rubbing on the microphone will not be picked up as much. This does not have an on and off switch, however, it does have a recessed switch within for the option of boosting your gain by 10 decibels, and right now we have it turned off. Then, the mic itself is heavy at 400 grams. It's also very sturdy, having somewhat like an industrial feel. It's made of full metal, which I believe is aluminum, and it's thick aluminum at that. It's a mic you can abuse and it would hold up for a long period of time. And inside the box you get the microphone, a microphone clamp, an XLR cable, a pleather pouch, and documentation. Also, before I forget, you also get this screwdriver looking thing so you can switch the mic boost up or down. The XLR cable included looks really cool with the black and red colored wire. In terms of built-in box content, I'm really happy with what you get for the price, being around $80 to $100, maybe even less when it's on sale. And I also like that you can remove the front metal mesh, which also includes a layer of foam at the tip. The capsule is recessed from the microphone, which allows for better plosive rejection, but let's go ahead and test it out. PPP, brave brothers battle proudly protecting precious blessings. So the stock pop filter on this mic can be improved, though. You could use something like this and it's gonna make it a lot better. Let me just apply it. Brave brothers battle proudly protecting precious blessings. Improved, right? However, when I did my recordings in the past, I would use another layer because I do close miking, so it's almost 1 inch away from my mouth, and I'd use another one like this one. Brave brothers battle proudly protecting precious blessings. Sounds better, right? Let's move on. So right now I have the gain set at about 10 o'clock, around this position on the knob. By the way, this is the level of gain that I want, especially with the way I mic myself. I speak about 1 to 2 inches away from the microphone, and this would greatly depend on the audio interface that you're using. But for mine, I only need it at 10 o'clock and I'm good. If I set it at 12 o'clock, it's gonna get really loud. You're gonna hear the chorus outside, and you're gonna hear the dogs outside. As you can see, I'm already speaking about 4 inches away from the microphone, and it's super duper sensitive. Okay, anyways, yeah, depending on your audio interface, this does not require a lot of power things. Again, it has 48 volts of phantom power. Now, I'm gonna set it back to, there you go. Now, I'm back to my original gain setting. Let's move on. Now, I don't know if you've already noticed, but throughout the recordings, I've been holding on to the microphone since the beginning of this video, and you wouldn't hear any handling noises. But right now, you'd still hear some handling noises, but it's not that obvious and it's not that bad. I've heard worse handling noise on other microphones, especially dynamic microphones. But for this one, I feel like the capsule over there is dampened really well, very effectively, so the handling noises does not transfer to the capsule. Overall handling noise, I'd give it a good 8 out of 10. I mean, it's not perfect, but yeah, a good solid 8 out of 10. Now, going over my recommendations, if you do choose to get this microphone for its clarity, I would highly suggest you use an external pop filter because the capsule is super sensitive and it picks up plosives a lot. I see this being a microphone that would shine for singing and also for voiceovers, but I did notice some level of sibilance to the microphone's pickup, so your S's may sound a little more pronounced on this microphone. However, you're always free to use a de-essing tool upon post-processing. Next, because this is a condenser microphone, it's really super sensitive, and this would require a specific specific level of miking technique. The technique that you would sometimes see with singers where they pull the mic away from their mouths when they hit high notes. So what I'm talking about there is basically when you're at a live event and a person doesn't really know how to use a microphone, they put the mic below their chest like this and then they'll talk to the crowd of people, right? Because again, they're not professionals. But when it comes to a handheld condenser microphone, again, some specific technique should be applied here, like the way it's pointed to your mouth and the distance that it is pointed to the sound source or your mouth. Speaking of distance, I highly recommend that you use this from about 2 inches away to 6 inches away from your mouth, depending on your gain setting. But I personally am a person who does close miking at about 1 to 2 inches away. So 2 pop filters is a huge must for me. This is because I love the detail that this microphone picks up, most especially when it is close to the sound source. Overall, this is a microphone that is super easy to recommend. So if you're looking for a microphone with condenser level clarity, and you also want to be able to bring it up on stage, then this will do the job as a handheld microphone. Links will be in the description down below, so go ahead and check them out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below and we'll get to you as soon as we can. Bye bye.